Introduciendo, introducing, on the bass, Paula, Bomba, González, on the drums, David González, and on the wheels of steel, in order of appearance, DJ Son of Soul, DJ Spinster, and DJ Crouch, Toronto's original beat
My name is Paula Gonzalez Osa, and many people in the city of Toronto know me as BOMBA. I came up from the graffiti scene throughout the 80s here in the city of Toronto, heavily influenced by what was happening in New York within the hip-hop cultural community. Predominantly, I was looking to my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters who were producing these fly pieces that were rolling around the city on the subway tracks. My family had just arrived from Chile in South America, and so graffiti really gave me a connection to the streets of these big cities. I was learning the language, I was learning the food, I was learning the culture, and graffiti allowed me sort of a doorway to connect with the people of Toronto and to sort of make my mark. I felt I wanted to say, hey, I'm here and I'm seeing things, I'm feeling these things, so I wanted to be out there and just kind of producing. This idea of producing graffiti in a legal way, in a very public way, so that the citizens of Toronto could see us and see that we were giving back to the city, it was something that was also accepted and valued by agencies such as Access Alliance, Christy Ossington Neighborhood and Family Center, and the Hispanic Development Council.
In 1997, Transportation Services Public Realm for the City of Toronto saw this proposal as a valid and credible way to eradicate unsightly graffiti on the walls of our city.
I felt inspired at that time to give back to my community, as I met many Latin American youth at the time who were experiencing many of the same issues I had experienced as a newcomer in the 80s. Into the future, this pilot became funded for 14 years in a row, and it was duplicated throughout 6 agencies. In 2011, the entire city of Toronto, arts advocates, BIAs, artists, interested citizens and individuals came forth to support the continuation of this program, and that is what we know now as StreetART Toronto. In 2015, I produced a mural with a women's shelter, women's residence, with the support of StreetART Toronto, and it really sort of set me on a path that I did not expect.
You know, I still didn't have a title for it. I just knew, like, these wolves, for example, I kept dreaming about them and seeing them and drawing them. And now I'm actually here at the wall doing them, so it feels great to be able to touch one of these wolves and they're here, they're not leaving. You know what I mean?
I continued producing murals throughout 2016, 2017, 2018, and into the future with Namiraz Sagate, which is a native men's residence.
It's an award that acknowledges our creation story. So bonjour, buena bonjour, it's acknowledging the wolf, it's acknowledging creation, it's acknowledging the creation story of the Anishinaabe.
As a guest to these lands, I'm very well aware that there's a specific and very strict protocol in depicting the ancestral teachings I've received from my elders and knowledge keepers. These are not images to be taken lightly. We're telling the story of nations, the ancestral knowledge that's been passed on through oral tradition for hundreds, for thousands of years about the truth of these lands. These are not images we can just take and put up wherever we want. I go through a rigorous process of ceremonies and consultations with many community members, predominantly with Anishinaabe Nation, but of all the other nations that congregate as well at Sagate that are coming from all over the lands of Canada. I understand that there's an interest. I understand people want to connect. But there is a protocol, and that protocol starts with initiating conversations, so sitting down with elders and knowledge keepers, respectfully listening to what the teachings are, and then asking for permission. Really talking about, can we describe this in visuals? It is rigorous. It is physically demanding. It is spiritually demanding. It is demanding on every level, because it takes years, I mean, literally years, to build trust and to engage in these conversations so we can meet together and produce these images. I want you to come see these stories. I want you to feel part of the circle, but I also want you to respect the circle and respect the stories.
Bomba 2012 Pachamama, a todas mis compañeras, esta es para ti, yo estoy aquí para ti. Así que escucha, levanta enfrente, ya. En mi rima está mi llanto, escucha lo que canto al viento, hermana, dime corazón se queja, canto historias de niña y de vieja, estilo libre, pero aquí lo tiro firme. Quiero documentar antes de esta tierra ir.